Hello and welcome to your Lionsgate reading, the Lionsgate Portal. How exciting for all of us. I know the spiritual community, this is a huge time for celebration. And why? Why is this a huge time for celebration? Because it means significant manifestation. So you know me, I like to go into a little bit deeper about what is behind each of these energies. And according to Lori Lothian on her channel, Lunatic Astrology, I love this channel. I will always tell you guys, this is who I watch. I'm among many astrologers, but I really love Lori Lothian. Um, anyway, so on her, I think it was her newsletter actually, she was talking about how the reason that this is such a significant time is because of the rising fixed star Sirius. In ancient Egypt, the rising of this star, so it begins July 28th till August 12th is the Lionsgate Portal, and the peak of it is August 8th. Okay. And then this is an 8 year. So we have 888. All right. This is significant. All right. We'll go into a little more about that in a moment. But in ancient Egypt, as the fixed star Sirius would rise, the um n- the flooding in the Nile would rise over the water of the Nile would rise over the riverbanks, giving them extremely fertile soil, which would make for an abundant harvest. So although that's not what necessarily represents physically in our world now, in each of our lives where we're living, but what it does is it gives us an opportunity to open ourselves up to be able to have an influx of manifestation come into our life. Now, why? Why? What if it's not well, I mean, the fixed star, certainly. But if we're not seeing the physicality of it in the same way that they did then, what does that mean for each of us? And because this is happening in Leo season, and Leo is such a heart center, warm, right? Sunshine, warm. The sun is manifestation. It represents manifestation. And your heart being open and childlike curiosity and fun are what brings manifestations in. Now, we just had, in fact, the day that I'm recording this, which is August 4th, we are having the new moon in Leo. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but new moons represent where we have had an emotional blind spot. So when you're doing your new moon rituals, new moon manifestation rituals, whatever that looks like for you, keeping in mind that as you're feeling into each new moon every month, the energies of it, you're going to be maybe inspired on what you need to look deeper at or where you have been blinded in your own life to now allow a manifestation to come through. And each new moon cycle lasts 6 months and then culminates by the end, the corresponding full moon. Okay. So in 6 months in Aquarius season, we're going to see this cycle of what you initiated in this Lionsgate new moon supported portal. We're going to see it culminate within the next 6 months, but you're going to be doing all kinds of activities to be able to bring these manifestations forward, keeping in mind that it is heart centered. Okay. So let's think about this for just one moment when we're considering manifestation. Okay. What creates life itself is consciousness. We know that as our collective consciousness rises, we're beginning to understand the true nature of reality. And it is consciousness that manifests, and it manifests through us, where you're vibrating, where you're emotionally your emotional average is what you are going to be emanating in your life. Your life is showing you back what it is that you are, what vibrational state you are at. So if your heart is closed off, how much consciousness can actually move through and emanate through you? And it is through love that you begin to see because love is what? Positive. You begin to see the transformations happen in your life. So you have to do these heart-centered open meditations and have your heart open in order to really be able to be inspired to the action to take in order to be able to watch your life change, and have that heart-centered intention setting when you are when you're doing your like your new moon rituals and your Lionsgate rituals. Okay, remember, it is all about the consciousness being able to move through you. So you want to have your heart open. You want to make sure this is playful and it is in tune with your desires, your true desires. This cannot, what your inspirations cannot be is something that was an external idea, what somebody else wants you to create in your life. And it cannot be because what you are expected or what you feel like is appropriate according to somebody else's idea of what your life should look like. This literally has to be something that sparks happiness, sparks joy inside of you and brings you to an authentic state of happiness. Okay. So that is the key to being able to take a hold of these fertile, it's literally like spiritual revelation that the fixed star Sirius represents freedom, spiritual freedom, alchemy, changing thoughts into things. Okay. And it represents fame. Okay. So how you're going to show up in the world. That doesn't mean you have to go famous and go viral. You can if that's what you want to do, and whatever that looks like for you. But really, we're talking about how you show up, how you shine in your physical life. So it's very supportive energy for bringing forward what you truly desire. It has to be an authentic, personally driven desire. Okay. And with that heart open. So, um, just like the format that I had done last time, I am doing this video at the beginning of each one of your readings. Okay. And so we'll be diving into those readings here in just a moment. I want to say, just give a shout out to every one of you who support my channel. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I can see the growth in this channel and I'm really enjoying it. I also would love to give a shout out to my family members who support my channel, who tell me about how they are excited about each video coming out and they're using it for their own personal growth, which is what tarot, in my opinion, is for us to be able to dive into spiritual wisdom, to be able to reflect upon the messages that spirit brings to us and to be able to enhance and expand our lives. Also, thank you so much for those of you who have chosen to do a personal reading with me. You know who you are. I see you. I love you. Thank you so much. So again, so much love to every one of you. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. I do very much appreciate it and would love for more people to be able to connect with these messages that are coming through, which expands, of course, because those who are watching influence the messages. So it expands our messages, right? The more people it goes through, and we can get even more information. And I just love this about spirit. So again, love you all so much. Now let's go ahead and begin each one of your readings. Welcome, Gemini, to your Lionsgate Portal reading. How exciting for us to be in this time and being able to experience some really strong manifestational powers to grow our lives and see the fertile grounds for growing what we want available to us. How how exciting for everyone. Sorry, I'm just trying to um shuffle these cards here. Bear with me. So what I forgot to say at the beginning of that video, though, is that as the moon begins to wane and we get that perfect clarity by the Lionsgate portal, by the time we get to the peak of it, Lionsgate portal, um, that you'll be able to see where that emotional blind spot was and how to move forward. So that's the question that I'm going to be asking Spirit here, or I am asking Spirit as I'm shuffling these cards for each of you. Is where does your attention need to be in order to be able to receive that clarity? What is that clarity pertaining to in your life? And so that you have that ability to use that Mars in your sign, that action, that inspired action, and expand your world with that Jupiter in abundant ways. Okay, so this is what I'm asking for. What is that? What is the point of clarity for Gemini for the Lionsgate portal? What is that point of clarity for Gemini for the Lionsgate portal? You know what? Actually, as I got a hold of these cards here, and they were the ones, this Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms was coming out to start the other two readings with Aries and Taurus. I'm actually feeling for you guys that we're starting off with the gold foil deck. Yeah, that's great. Love this for you guys. So again, every one of my decks, as you know, is listed in the description box below. If you want one of your decks for yourself, then click that link and you can definitely get one for your own readings. and enjoy them as much as I do. All right. So for Gemini, what is that point of clarity for Lionsgate Portal? Woohoo! Love it. Okay. New opportunity is something new, creative venture, something that you are going to be expanding on creatively. An opportunity coming forward from that. Okay. And look at that tranquility, even ecstasy, in your life, being able to have a sense of elation and peace and, around where you're placing your energy and what's coming back to you. It's coming back so much more. You're benefiting so much more than what you're putting out. So this is beautiful, and it's a very strong, powerful new energy for you to be wielding at this point, Gemini. So there does come this sense of like your ship is coming in, and how do I handle it all? Is there one of these places that I've been focused on that I need to go ahead and put down so that I can focus my energy in one place? Or do I need to learn how to bring both of these together, because they're in the shape of the infinity sign here? Do I need to be bringing both of these energies together, which are something that seems to be separate from itself or from the other, or separate in itself from the other? Do I bring them together to create like now a circle, a whole picture? That's really what I'm feeling from this card for you. Like there's a lot of energy coming in from this new opportunity, this place of abundant receiving that you're experiencing in your life, and how to wield all of that energy. This is fantastic place for you to be, Gemini. So what do you do with all of this happiness? Okay, all right. So this new opportunity, what we're seeing is what we have here for clarity is the Empress. All right. Now that could mean new love, new babies, but definitely means new life. All right, because the Empress she births a new reality for you. So we're seeing like a significant sense of newness here for you, a new opportunity. It often means career, but something creative in nature. And you are creating life itself. So again, some of you Geminis could be having a baby. Could be finding out about a new baby coming in this Lionsgate. But it's about how this peace that you are experiencing, this new sense of love. Either this is a love connection with somebody else, or is the love that you're feeling just in a sense of elation because you're connected with your own spirit and your own creativity. What is it about to deliver for you in your life? Okay. We also have, well, which is very super Gemini, isn't it? For you guys to have the opposite side of the coin here, where it's the no, not Pentacles, the Five of Cups, where you are feeling emotionally disappointed, where you're looking back at things that didn't serve you, where there's things that, and here just very much speaks to this, right? This Two of Pentacles, what's out of balance. But Five of Cups really speaks to where things that had been very interesting and uplifting and fascinating and bringing you a sense of satisfaction, you're no longer interested anymore. Maybe it's just like evolution taking place. So you're saying goodbye to something that had worked for a period of time, maybe, or you thought was working for you. And now it's time to let that go in order to be able to receive what's new for you. Literally, I mean, it's huge what's coming forward for you guys. And so maybe there's a sense of just not wanting to disappoint somebody else, because this is the Lord of disappointment here. But or a sense of regret, something that or you may be, I mean, it may be a difficult transition forward because of what you're having to say goodbye to. So all of that may be elements for, each one of you, each one of those things may be a different element for each of you guys, as these energies affect each of us a little bit differently, because we all have our own natal chart, right? We all have different influences, and it shows up through our perception for each one of us just a little bit differently. So whatever that looks like for you, you're also grappling with disappointment from something. Either something you're no longer interested in, or something you're having to say goodbye to. Okay. Now you guys are very much very happy to let things continue on with um I don't know. I think that there's a lot of, I mean, you guys are very like take opportunities. You guys see opportunities and things, but there's also a strong sense of not really wanting to rock the boat too much, because you like things to still be um like acceptable and smooth and easygoing, right? So and now that's one side of you. But you guys are literally the polar opposites, right? Because then there's the other part of you that is willing to like toss a grenade into a room just to see how it blows and what comes of it, right? So I think that you got both things going on definitely here, and it's propelling you to this new life in sense of how you're being in life, in a very abundant way. So both parts are definitely there. I'm seeing it. So let's go ahead and get some more clarifiers for this Nine of Pentacles. Tell us about the Nine of Pentacles, Spirit. Uh-huh. This is exactly what I was talking about. The Eight of Cups. You're having to pursue your own passions and say goodbye to something that had been satisfying. It had worked for you. Something had worked for you. Okay. But now saying goodbye to it in order to pursue your passions because you're being called. You're being called to this new opportunity. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. I got two more cards. One just popped onto the ground. Oh, Geminis, you're so good at being Geminis, aren't you? Mhm. Torments. Torments. This is an never ending nightmare of thoughts that continue to repeat themselves in your mind. This is where you are making a really big deal about something that's probably not as big a deal as it appears to be in your mind's eye. This is like you're actually really comfortable if you tap into that, but because your mind won't stop racing, you're tormenting yourself. Okay. And it can be very painful, as you know. As you well know. I think this is a Gemini card. Okay. And we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is where you combine your energy with somebody else. Okay. But combining your energy with somebody else, either this is when we have the Lovers, it's either the balance inside of you, which could be you're balancing out those two parts of you, between intuition and action. Okay. And becoming very industrious. I see a huge influx of abundance for you in your life. And you're maybe like, I don't, well, we're going to find out some more about it, but let's focus on this card here. This is where you're aligned, you're being expanded through wisdom. This speaks highly of Jupiter, which is in your sign to me. I feel like this is Lord Jupiter right here. And he's playing with the dogs, which is like playful energy, right? Playful energy. Like with the Leo energy I was talking about, heart-centered, open, is playing in life and enjoying life, in the truest sense of the small things of being important, and that being this balance and alignment of you connected to your life and to um, both the feminine and masculine within you, and literally building an entire empire for yourself. This is, we're talking about like legacy money, we're talking about inheritance money, we're talking about a huge amount of abundant finances, or just literally a very attuned abundant life. But it's got you overthinking, doesn't it? Okay, so this is here, and it's for you to be able to tap into through accepting that your creativity, what you have desired, has brought you to this place. And when you pursue your passions, you're going to have to walk away from other things, and you're going to have to begin to accept this for yourself. That seems really hard for you guys right now. So we're going to go ahead and get some clarifiers around the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles clarifiers, please. There we go. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So we're asking the question, right? We're asking the question at the beginning of the video. We're talking the cards. Is what is a point of clarity for you in this Lions portal, for manifesting the life that you want? Okay, for creating your own the life that you desire for yourself, your own little universe or big universe. So that what's out of balance, what's seeming to be difficult here, is being able to see your life from this enlightened perspective. Okay. It's literally ending a cycle. Okay. You're literally taking yourself out of this position of, I know what my beliefs are and I know that they're all working for me. And I know that this is, the reality that I want. And, right. Everything to think of everything that your life had been built upon, the stability and the foundation that your life had been built upon before. And you're willing to suspend that to take a look at the subconscious programming. What's the storyline underneath everything so that you can reform I guess, the part of you that's informing your actions. You're reevaluating that. That's what's going on here. You're reevaluating what part of you is informing your actions, and you're ending that cycle, Gemini. You're ending the cycle of the part of that that has been out of balance, that has brought this disappointment, that has brought in this overwhelming thoughts of uh, tormenting yourself, and this place of wounded connections. Now, this could be a relationship with somebody else, again, a relationship with you in your life. But where was that, where you thought had been true for you, had actually been perpetuating a wound and heartache and pain inside of you. And you're no longer willing to accept that for yourself. You're no longer willing to continue manifesting from a wounded place, because you have too much happiness. You have too much potential. You have too much what's coming forward for you, that you can no longer keep yourself small in the places where you've kept yourself small. So let's go ahead and pull from strength. Being able to look at those authentic strength, Leo season here, right? Leo card. Lionsgate. I love, and I have the tower just came out of the bottom of the deck. We're gonna visit that in just a moment, okay? But let's just put this over here. I don't want you guys to be to be distracted by that just yet, because it's good. But let's wait to dive into it until after we focus on this strength card. Strength, authentic strength. Now, what we can't miss here straight away is that the infinity sign is above her head. This is the Empress, okay, in this picture. The infinity sign in the Two of Pentacles. So you are literally being asked to quiet your mind, tune into your passions, reconnect with that spark of happiness, joy, and your creative sense, right? Being able to look at what had been scary for you and notice that it isn't true, that it actually, what this fear has been based in is a false premise. And you'll be able to find out what, and I think we'll go into that. We'll go into it. We'll find out what that false premise was. Okay. Get some more information on it. But you're going to be able to notice that you have built or have taken action and built some of your life off of a false premise that was not serving you. And you're going to be able to recognize that it was just lack of true information that had been creating fear for you. Okay. So now you get to dispel fear altogether. And that is where authentic strength comes from. Being able to dispel the fear that you had perpetuated from a false place within, from a wounded place, from information that wasn't accurate. And this is where this tower comes in. Okay. Now, at the end of the month, I do have to say, and sometimes as energies ramp up, we'll experience them beforehand. Now, this is clarity. This is action. Okay. But I want to say that this is Mars. Okay. Mars is in your sign. This is this powerful drive forward, which is going to reevaluate that foundation. Very strong resonance with this Hanged Man card. Okay. Where you're going to break a cycle. You're going to have like this moment of clarity on where to take action, and you can't unsee it from there. Okay. It will literally change your life. But where I was going with this is that we're about to have a very strong Venus and Uranus moment. This is Venus. This is Venus. Okay. This Empress is Venus. This is Venus. I want you to take a look and see that this is Venus symbol here, and Venus symbol all over this gown here. Okay. So what is Venus? Love, money, tranquility, happiness, peace. Okay. It is your heart's true desire. she's really driving the ship here for you guys, for a lot of us, but really strongly in your reading here. She's really driving this ship forward of you tuning to what your heart wants, really what sparks happiness. And when you find that, you're no longer going to buy into the fear that you have had around it. Okay. And this Uranus, Mars, or no, Uranus, Mars, this Uranus, because I believe this is both Uranus and Mars. I think that the tower speaks to both. Okay. It's sudden, it's powerful, and it propels you forward. It is ambitious in nature. But when we have this aspect of this Venus and Uranus conjunction at the end of the month, something will take place, either a moment of pure enlightenment, okay, or an external circumstance that shifts your world so much that it literally changes the trajectory in what? In the direction of what you really want. So when I'm thinking about what my heart truly wants, I always go back to like Pirates of the Caribbean, and when Jack Sparrow's compass did not point north. So it may not be where you think you need to go or where you think you want to go. But Venus is listening to what you truly want, and she is truth. Okay. She is truth. And she will make sure that you are aligned with that path come the end of the month. So by the end of the month, you may find yourself in a very different place than you thought that you were going to go. Or if you are able to bring yourself to this very peaceful, tranquil place and know that your life is transforming abundantly in your favor and accepting that, accepting the call from spirit, you're going to be able to have the clarity that drives you forward without having to have so much turbulence. Okay. But it's happening. I promise you it's happening. Your life is changing, Gemini. Your life is changing. So let's go ahead and get some more information. What do we want to see here? What did we want back here? What we wanted was this enlightenment. What we want to know is what this false premise is. What is this moment of clarity that you're about to get? What does it pertain to? This, right? Same card, same card. This is Aries right here. All right. This is Aries in one of the water signs. All right. I don't know. I don't remember which one, but this is a water sign here. Okay. This is water. Emotionally, what makes you happy? Get out of your head. This is the call for you. This is the clarity. Okay. This is the clarity for Gemini. And I want to get one more card to really, really drive it home. One more card. One more card. Uh, that's oh my God. Exactly. This repeating itself. Yes, this is what happens is you recognize that it is not in your head. Okay. What's going to happen is you are going to clear out that space in your head. Okay. This is amazing for you guys. All right. This moment of clarity is you cannot think your way through. You have to be open inside of your body, feel into your passions, and let that pull in the creative energy in order to create your life. So the reason that you have felt wounded here, Gemini, is because you have believed for some reason that it is all taking place in your head. And I don't know if you remember, but several weeks ago, I was seeing like this message for you guys that you are holding the weight of your creativity on your shoulders. But what is your shoulders holding up? Your head, right? So your head was weighing you down. It's weighing you down. Now, do we use our minds? Absolutely. But do we need to be directing that energy? Absolutely. And what is it that directs our energy? It is love. It is peace. It is happiness. It is a sense of security and strength inside of ourselves. From that place, pursuing your passions will alleviate the tension that you are seeing that you are repeating in your mind. The false premise is that you have to think your way through this. That's the false premise, that you are thinking your way through this. And in reality, what's going to change everything is when you feel your way through it, when you feel into your creations. When you feel it, you are pulling in more creative energy that can move through you. So I encourage you, if you are not already doing so, tap into that heart-centered energy that's available. Okay. And I really am feeling this for you guys, because I had also been seeing, as we're ramping up towards this, is that you have been making connections outside of yourself. You have been making new connections or connecting with your friend groups in stronger ways and being able to open up your creativity through that avenue. So now being able to recognize that it is this heart centered, open energy of connection with my life, connection with people, connection that which opens up my connection with my own spirit and spirit of creativity, allows me to freely and abundantly um, create the life that I want through being creative. Because I know, Geminis, you want to be creative in your own way, right? You're being called to it and to bring that forward into the world. But it's not up to repetitive thinking to make this happen. It is feeling your way through peace and love and joy and happiness that will bring more of that creative energy through your mind. And in this way, you will be able to pour out through you what you have been wanting to create and feeling possible to create through you. It will just happen naturally through you, and it will happen in such a fun way that any sense of fear that you had about it will dispel. Okay. So the wound was that you had to think your way through this. That's what was kind of crippling you. It's feeling your way through it that is going to inspire your mind and creation to happen through, from your mind to your hands, from your mind to your hands, through your heart. Okay. All right. So this is fantastic for you guys, Gemini. So Geminis, I have been telling everybody, if you have not heard it from one of the other videos, I am mentioning to everybody that if you do not want to wait for the videos for your other signs, your moon, your rising, because I think that it's important for every one of us to be watching for all of our signs. All of our planetary placements to get the whole picture. If you do not want to wait for those, please join my Patreon community, because you are going to be able to get all of the videos at one time at the beginning of the week. And it is very supportive of this channel for me to be able to bring this work forward and to be able to connect with you guys more. As more of you are interested in that Patreon, I will be able to have more time to spend with you guys live there and bring forward bonus content if that is that's inspiring to you. So, or if that stuff sounds fun to you. So, if I do not see you there, I thank you so much for joining me here. I love that you are going to be able to free your mind, open your mind, get into your heart, and expand through happiness and peace. And bring forward all of those creative juices that I know that you're so interested in, and watching how that transforms your life in front of your eyes. So tap into that heart, and Source has got a lot to move through you. And I will see you guys in your next video. Know that I love you all, and that the source within you adores you. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.